everybody, I'm here at Walmart setting up my 1 month supply of food. I'm going to be showing you what I could do in comparison to the $197, and actually I've seen it go up $100, so now it's $297 for a 1 month supply of food. So I'm going to keep shopping and I'll see you soon. So here's my cart full of food. And we're gonna go check it out, and then I'll show you what I've got at home. So here is my total. Where is it? There it is, for the exact same types of foods that are in the 1 month food supply. And here it all is, okay? But I've added some things. I've added some things that are important. So I'm going to add these, and we'll talk about that as well. But I gotta have some meat, and those canned meats right there, and that syrup for those pancakes I'm gonna add. So we'll see what the grand total is in a minute. So let me explain what I was at the store doing. I was actually going through my pantry, and we're all about preparedness, of course, and we don't have to really talk about how times are a little iffy out there, and we should just be ready just in case. And for those of you who live in North Carolina, in 1 week we had a hurricane, and about 5-6 days later we had 2 earthquakes. Earthquakes are not normal here, but still. So preparedness is not just about the big things, it can be about little things. But the one thing that I really wanted to do was have some grab and go food. And I was on a website, a preparedness site, and they were selling a 1 month supply of food. It came in 2 buckets, and this 1 month supply of food was $297. Now, a month prior, in July, it was actually only $197, but supply and demand, that's the way it goes, and that's fine. But I thought to myself, I really can do this myself. So I went to Walmart and I duplicated as best as I could the food that was on their list for $297. And so that's what I was doing, and I'm going to show you what I came up with. But let me tell you, as you saw in the clip there, the total was only $95.45. That included tax. That did not include my buckets. That was another $22 more. So we're still coming in way less than the $297. Let me tell you what's the same about the food I prepared. Only needs water, and that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure was the same, because again, if you lose your power source or whatever, you don't have a lot of time to cook. You just want to only need water to rehydrate all this food and cook it. Now, let me tell you what's different is this food is not guaranteed to last 25 years. I don't need my food to last 25 years. I need my food to last about 2 years, and I will just eat it and replenish it. And because each 1 month serving is only in 2-gallon buckets, it's also very easy to grab and go. So let me show you what I came up with, and I will talk about what they had on their list and then what I chose instead. And of course, you can choose whatever is best for your family and adjust it accordingly, but I want to keep it as close as I could so you could see the price difference. Okay, so here's the food. I'm just going to give you a little scan of the food, and I'm going to stop right there because these things are things I added, and I still added them for the $95. Oop, there you go. So let's talk about what they had included in their kit. First of all, they had 12 servings of stroganoff. And I have my 12 servings of stroganoff. It's the Walmart brand of stroganoff. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this already. I think I did. But all of this food is dated to last at least 2 years. And we do know that companies have to pick some arbitrary date of when their food expires. I know for a fact that canned goods and a lot of this stuff, especially if it has no oil and if it's kept in a cool place, it will last a long, long time. So anyway, all right, so there's my stroganoff. Then, of course, they had powdered milk. There's my powdered milk. They had 12 servings of Alfredo. So there's my servings of Alfredo. Okay, 12 servings of Alfredo. Then they had oatmeal. They actually had oatmeal and cream of wheat. I'm not a cream of wheat fan, so I just bought all the servings of the oatmeal. Of the oatmeal and the cream of wheat in different flavors of oatmeal. And that is all back there. Okay, single servings, that's great. The next thing was creamy chicken and rice. And I actually did the Fiesta Spanish rice because I like spicy food. And I'm just going to tell you, if you're hungry and life is strange, you may as well have good tasting food, right? Instead of creamy chicken flavored rice, I bought 20 servings of Spanish rice. Okay, then we have mac and cheese. And if you're gonna have to eat mac and cheese, you may as well make it Kraft. So we have 12 servings of macaroni and cheese. Buttermilk pancakes. Krusteaz is truly the only brand you should ever eat of pancake mix. It's excellent. I did add some syrup. My daughter had a fantastic idea, and she said you could actually add honey to your kit here because honey just never goes bad, which is true. So you could put a small jar of honey in there. Then they had long grain rice, and keeping in mind with the water only and quick cooking, I got the minute brown rice. Okay. Then they had cheesy broccoli soup, and got some cheesy broccoli soup in here somewhere. And there it is. Again, the Bear Creek brand. It's a very, very good brand of soup. It's really quite delicious. Chocolate pudding. So, is there any other Bukadiva? So, got some chocolate pudding, which is what you actually need the dry milk for. Okay, you need milk to make pudding. And then some energy drink. And I have my Melaleuca energy drink, which I love. So I put that in there. Now, let's talk about this food I added. I added some black beans. I added tuna fish. Tuna fish. And a lot of canned chicken. So I added, and some beanie weenies just for a snack. And I suggest you put in some Ziploc bags in your, I'm not going to leave them in the box, takes up too much room, but in your buckets, so that when you have to maybe only prepare part of a mix, for whatever reason, you can just kind of separate it, shake it up, separate it out, pour that part and reseal this up in a Ziploc bag. So you can do that because we're kind of assuming you're not going to have refrigeration to store this stuff. Okay? So that is what I did. I just simply took the foods they had. I bought some similar foods that we liked and saved $200. That's pretty impressive. This set of food here is really good for people who don't have a lot of room. If you're in an apartment or a small home, or even, if you live in a camper, a tiny house, you have to have things that are small. Cans take up a lot of food, and this is all really quite small. And again, it fits in 2 buckets. I had a very hard time finding buckets with lids. You can find buckets all day long, but for some reason, the buckets with lids are a little bit hard to find. I ended up finding them at Harbor Freight. And they ended up costing, I think I said $23 for 4 buckets. So if you can find them cheaper, that's great. But again, the goal is to have 2 buckets, one for each hand, if people have to grab and take your food supplies and just get out of the house for whatever reason. That's one of the reasons. Also, the buckets are very easy to stack and easy to store. So I hope that helped you. I hope that you just can adapt it to your family's needs and save some money. Now, if you want food that lasts 25 years, and if you don't want to shop and you don't want to do all this, there is a link below for some ready-made buckets. They'll send them right to your house. And if you want to do that, you can do that too. So just wanted to share with you what I did and why I was at the store and what I was up to, and just be ready. Times are precarious these days, and it just doesn't hurt to have some supplies on hand. So anyway, God bless you all, and happy homesteading.